This is LiUNA Station, where in a few moments the competition begins. The beneficiary, Bereaved Families of Ontario, Hamilton Burlington. The competition, the third annual Bay Area Dads for Dads Ultimate Chef, where you are one of the judges. You will have the chance to sample the culinary delights of over 30 chefs and then vote for your favorite, an appetizer, gourmet soup, and main entree. We also have a panel of experts who are going to crown the ultimate chef. Three years ago, Lisa Lesnicki-Young introduced her father Victor to BFO. So taken with the impact and importance of the organization, Victor knew he had to lead the charge for a brand new event that would raise the profile and much needed funds.
The Ultimate Chef event is actually the Bay Area Dads for Dads Ultimate Chef. And the purpose of the event really is to raise awareness for the work that the Bereaved Families of Ontario, the Hamilton Burlington chapter does. We're very grateful that they're going to undertake this sort of thing and all the trouble that they go through as supporters. It's often said that it takes a village or a community to raise a child. But when a child passes away unexpectedly, it takes a community to support that family. And that's the purpose of this event. These are people that are going that extra mile to actually go through the process of cooking at home and then bringing the dishes. I approach each one of them, see if they're willing to participate. We explain their cause, we explain what we're trying to do, and the majority of them are ready to just jump right in. The chefs themselves, first of all, they have to come up with a reasonable recipe, something that they can make. The chefs then have to cook the meal, bring it to the facility on the day of the event. We then take it into the kitchens and reheat the dishes themselves, and they're served that night.
Let us introduce you to some of the chefs, what they're making, and how tasty it's going to be.
I got involved with Ultimate Chef a few years ago with conversations with Victor Lesnicki and Wayne Brown, and they thought it was a great idea since I've been in the food business for quite a while, saying how can you help us sort of do something that's a little different and so on. So I said I'd be glad to do it. This year I'm going to make Angelo's white chili. My recipe is actually quite unique. It draws your attention, and I hope we have enough that night that everyone can try.
And I wanted to do something that was inspiring with vegetarian food. And one of the things we made in Italy was a risotto. It was a gorgeous risotto, beautifully, slowly cooked rice with veggie broth. But this one we're going to use mushrooms. We're going to make a mushroom risotto, and we're going to stuff it with cheese and make it into balls. And it's called aranchelli, and it is delicious.
This year I am making what I'm calling Mike's Crunch. It's very sweet. It's got chocolate and pecans, and there is a little bit of a secret to it that I'm not going to tell you today, but I'm sure when you try it, I'm going to blow the other appetizer applicants out of the water.
Here is the final product. Everybody will be talking about this. Once you have tried chocolate-covered bacon, you won't want to try anything else. It's thick apple smoked bacon. Once the bacon becomes cold and crispy and the chocolate is covered over the top, and then you can top the chocolate with sea salt, coconut, or any variety of toppings you like, and it is delicious.
Last year was my first time, and we had an absolute blast. It was fantastic. This is beef bourguignon this year. With lots of, there's sherry, there's port, there's cognac. It's fabulous, really good. You cook it for a long time. It softens the tissues too as well with all of the wonderful liquor that's in this. A lot of this a lot of French wine, and a lot of this.
I am making a special treat called Voracious Vegetables, and it will definitely have the longest line. And it's delicious. It's filled with wholesome vegetables, some fresh herbs, various spices, and it's a lot of fun to make, and it's even more fun to eat.
So I draw on what most home cooks do, is what does your family like? So for us, especially this time of year, it's comfort food. And so that led me to my comfort food cookbook, and primarily what my wife likes, and that's creamy mac and cheese. First, you're going to get a waft of a bit of garlic because it's topped with a breadcrumb sautéed in garlic and butter. So right off the top, it's the aroma of garlic, so it just kind of draws you in. And then that first scoop coming out is just the oozy, creamy, drippy cheese sauce that's just kind of dripping off, and it just kind of, as it drops on your plate, you just can't help but want to dig in.
We're a few minutes away from introducing you to this evening's chefs, but before we do, we'd like to leave you with one final message.
Everybody could bring something to the table, not only the night of, but ongoing. The BFO is, you know, after an event, they still go to work the next day and the next month and the next year. So whatever you can, whatever we can, that's the challenge that I always would like to see happening.